Alrighty. We should be able to do that. You can turn you back on. Let's go and make sure the stream's going live appropriately. Make sure that there shouldn't be too much latency or anything. Just test. We'll do that. Cool. It says I have good internet connection. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna work on stuff. It helps if I mute myself so that you guys don't hear myself. But yeah, and you'll see my AI yelling at me, taking vitamins and stuff, whatever, I don't care. So as you can see, we're using AI for some stuff. People can get upset all they want, I don't really care. We'll minimize you, and you, and you. Yes, I keep a lot of things open, I know. That. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and minimize the Discord. If you're wondering what we're working on today, working on a few different things. First off, I had to install OBS. We're gonna go ahead and exit out right here. Right here. So now all we gotta do is then start working on stuff. So something pretty cool. Do I have a deep in CLI yet? I don't believe I do so. So I pay for the Deepin API, or not the Deepin, the DeepSeek API. So what we're gonna go and do, I need a DeepSeek CLI Pac-Man program, and the reason why has to do that's basically gonna say go look for Arch. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Yay. You're gonna use Yay to grab it. It's gonna ask for privileges. I know, you guys are gonna yell at me. I did install doAds, but I broke the permissions for being able to authenticate. So what we're actually gonna do is just do that. I don't bother, and then there might be a library that is gonna try to overwrite. So we're gonna do that. Over here on my left, I have a server as well, and I'll show you in a second. Just gotta open up another terminal window, and that's gonna take a little bit. So I believe the address is shit. What is it? Oh, I know. To a.0. I believe it's 234. Dash port 2400. Oh nope, it's 2532. This is 632. Okay, so what we're gonna actually do, I'm gonna do this. I can't remember. I need a command ping my network for open SSH ports. Yeah, what we're gonna do is it'll bounce back and forth to each different. We're gonna modify this command slightly though. We're not on .1, we're on 0.1. And then we gotta do an installation of Nmap. So I don't know if it's a package name or not, but I don't think it is, but we'll see. Oh no, it is okay. And again, we'll modify this. There we go. You're gonna go ahead and start mapping the network. I don't mind so much because it's my local network, I don't really care. There it is, the MicroStar International, it's that one. So it shouldn't be at port 22 though. Oh, I never reset it up, did I? 39. Wait. Yeah, they're all okay. Natalie, because this is gonna be either Dad's computer or my server, so I gotta figure out. I believe mine is. Why is there a Dell? That's an HP machine. It may just be reporting it wrong. Let's see, so... Alright, so we got the port, it's 22. Now what we gotta do is look for IPs. by doing this, then we can be able to get an address and a port, and we'll be all good. So, okay, I'm going to do this. Yeah, we don't have sudo on the machine right now. We're going to get in a minute. Oh, that is the wrong address group. We have this router in here and access point mode, so there's our internal addresses. I just want to be absolutely sure. I do think this is actually the 39, unless that's dad, but we'll try. I don't have an account on his, so. What is it today? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm just tired. So it's 39 first. That's not actually going to go through. But yes, it did accept it, so this actually might be mine. Oh, please, the Lord God, tell me I didn't lock myself out of this machine. That may not be my machine. It's not. Okay, so what we're gonna do is the next one, 215. Yes. This may be his laptop. No, we'll do 3. I really don't think this is the port. There's no way. Because this doesn't make sense. I set them up with custom ports usually. Let's see. Unless I closed it. I hope not. Yeah, I don't think it was in the port right, to be honest. Oh, I know what I was going to do Proxmox on that now, actually. We'll work on that. You're going to see here, my USB drive, what we're about to do. Just pull my fingerprint sensor out of this. I'm going to plug in my thumb drive. And the reason for it, I'm going to go and get Proxmox. I'm going to put it on the server. What I'm wanting to do is once we get it installed, right, I can access it from the browser, so just much easier. Hopefully that detects the USB drive okay. Let's see. I'm not. Will it be okay? Cool, it does. There's a 64-bit drive. We can actually do this pretty easily. We're gonna go ahead and do the sudo. If you guys didn't know, Ventoy is actually in the AUR. Just so you know. Put in my password. My root user. Pacman. No, we're using A. And I know you're not supposed to use yay and root. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. Ventoy. It may be Ventoy bin. Yeah, okay, it did detect it appropriately. So yeah, all we have to do, pull it in, cool. Ventoy, just like that. So what we're gonna do is we have to look at the drive number. So this is SDB1. As you can see here on the top, make sure you do the drive, not the partition. So you'll do Ventoy to disk.sh -i space dev no, is one. I mean, I suppose I can use the GUI. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, to be honest. No, it's not. We'll have to do it from the CLI. We're gonna do capital I. It may be. No way. Yeah, cause I don't think that's right. We're gonna need the tarball, aren't we? because, you know, what I grabbed was the, that was just the installed executable. So, you just go here. Or, even better. All that's gonna do is send you here. Yeah, this is a newer version. So you'll grab the tarball, come and grab it, go into my downloads folder. List it out, and then as you can see here, all you gotta do is extract it. I know it's a gun zip file, but this utility has a capability. So what we'll do is begin the ventoy to disk, dash I, STB. STB is not a valid device. Let me see. Okay, they did change this to text. Just like that. Yes. Yes. And that's totally fine. MBR file, that's fine for this machine. Oh no, I actually do have to do UEFI because that's what this is set on. There we go. So what we'll actually do, we'll do that. Or, okay, they didn't do it that way. Yes, yes. Alright, there we go. And then we'll wait for this to finish up. And then here in a second, while we're waiting, we can go ahead and go get the Proxmox ISO downloaded. But first, let's go ahead and check the stream. Not because I'm so much working for people, but making sure the name of it's okay. There we go. Okay, cool. That works. That's a totally acceptable name. So we'll go ahead and go here. We're not going to bother with a license because we're not doing this commercially, and we never will. That's what we're wanting. So we'll go ahead and download. The part of the installation on the background that we're going to do later, I'm not going to show. One, I don't have a capture card. Two, there's the fact of like, it literally just sits on the same screen for like 10-15 minutes while it does it, if that long. So, oh, we already have one actually. Good. That means we can actually just go to files. And go to downloads. We have a Proxmox. There you go. And copy. Go in here. Don't ever put it on there. That's gonna be a small partition. Just so you know. Go ahead and paste it in. And here in a minute, you'll see me unplug my keyboard. That has to do with I'm gonna have the keyboard for that. I know it's somewhere. You have another keyboard, but to be honest with you, I have no idea where it is. Did you take it back? No, we put it on the server in the other room. That's right. So, the thing is, if you're using this, make sure you hit eject, or it's not going to do it properly. I know, that seems so stupid. I get it. But, so, it really depends on the quirks of the USB drive, right? Because it's different. Come on, don't break in that. Okay, so as you can see here, this is just generic Chinese drive. So like this doesn't even have a proper product vendor flash to it. I think it's hilarious. And the reason why is because like, if you go to Alibaba right now, you'll actually see that exact same drive sold in bulk. I spent like $18 on it too. I feel so stupid. I could have gone to Alibaba and bought like 15 of them for a similar price. I just didn't know about it at the time. Power down the server. Turn it on. It's gonna take a second because this may be a server, but it's an older one. It has 5th gen CPUs in them. It's I don't remember the exact ones to be honest. 3 to 12 cores, 6 core 12 threads. So that makes it a total of 24 cores or 24 threads. It works out just fine for what I'm doing. has 64 gigabytes of RAM. Our old server had more. I might ask Dad, but that one died, so that's why we went to VPS's recently. I think I'm gonna talk to Dad and see if I can just take that RAM and put it on that one. Maybe that's no shit or something, but if he would let me, I'd keep this up 24/7, to be honest, and we can put the jellyfin on it. The biggest problem though right now is we're having to deal with storage issues. So we have hard drives for the other machine, right? Whenever it was running. Two of them are SAS and two are SATA, because I had one of those Dell combo controllers, and we just kind of went with whatever we could afford at the time. And yeah, I loved it, but the problem is the SAS interface does not talk basically in the same language as SATA. So whenever you're trying to read data off of it, you have to use an actual task controller, and those cheapo translators without the chips don't work. They're scams. The ones that do, they're like 30-40 bucks for everything together. But there is a Dell way of doing it, which he and I talked about. I don't know if he ever ordered it or not, but we'll see. I think he did, but either way, I don't really care. There's other movies and stuff on it. So I'm so sorry to that. I don't know. Yeah, I forget. That's booting, so it's gonna take a minute. I love doing this. This is so much fun. And now it's, oh my god, it's doing the ETC stuff. Crazy. Okay, not Control S. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want integrated lights. You can screw off the computer or server. It's an actual server. I wish I had a rack that was big enough for it, but to be honest, I don't think we have room in my apartment to do that, so I'm option RAM. Yeah, no, wait. Yeah, I know the power supply for Bay 2 is unplugged. We did that intentionally. We don't want to jack our power bill. Of course I'm not going to. Go ahead and hit exit. That's fine. I actually went into the BIOS. I never remember what keys is on this, because they changed it from vendor to vendor, and this is like, oh my gosh. If you didn't know, my name's Natalie. I've been in the tech space for a very long time. If you're curious, I'll show you my website here in a little bit. I haven't updated it in a while, but I don't mind. I really enjoy doing this. I am disabled, but before I got heavily disabled, I loved IT and Linux and all of that. I still do, and that's why I contribute back with things like Original OS in the ways I can. Tonight, actually, just recently put out a thing in our Discord. I'm going to continue to work on things with Dad, but at the same time, I think I'm going to go with like an AI-centric focus for a while. And that has more to do with, I want to build our own model that it's going to be very small, it'll run on fucking anything. But I also want that model to be able to, you know, make a lot of these other systems, I suppose. If you want to say model, I just don't want to use the word model over and over again. Make like Claude, Gemini, so on and so forth. The ones that are, you know, massive, I want to make it where they don't look bad necessarily, but like make them look ridiculous. Because I'm sorry, but like, come on. You don't need a machine or a model that does absolutely everything whenever you're just doing basic things like documentation. You just don't, right? Like if I am working on, let's say, the wiki, which we're not going to have a wiki at this point, I'll explain why in a minute. And I want to write documentation. I don't need Gemini to write my documentation. I need a single model of that. This could be really small, as long as it's trained on data. That's it. Because right, the interface you interact with is not the model. Then the interface you interact with is the I can't think of the word. It's not a wrapper. It's a. I can't think of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Like Claude itself is not it, but it's. They have a name for it. Gemini has one. Copilot has one. Olama T2E is one. Continue is one. Well, I was just making sure that the network's going on. You know, maybe one of these days I should hook up my phone with an IP cam. I could probably do that right now, but whatever. One of these days I'll hook up my phone with an IP cam and I'll mount it back here and you guys will be able to see the screen. Because I know I don't have a capture card, but that's a way of working around that. Or hell, I'll put it like right here. I have. Oh no, I don't have that stand anymore. But I can buy a stand and put it like right here and it'll watch the screen and be pretty chill. I'm pretty tired if you can't tell. It's alright though. Gosh. Nap. Yeah, no, I don't really sleep that much, so you might see me doing this for a while. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, no, the HP. So like, yeah. Yeah, there's a Broadcom Net Extreme that I've heard of that. An old. No, I don't want to do integrated wide style standards. Come on. Escape. There's going to be, it's either F10 or one of these four keys, F9, F10, F11, or F12. I'll need to see it really quickly. And then we gotta choose. Oh my god, no. I hit the wrong one again. I will figure this out, I promise. I promise. Okay. You made me try. I don't know why I can't remember. And I did this like, what, 2 weeks ago? I just can't remember the fucking key. And this is why I'm not in the data center. Because my memory being so bad. Except for my conditions. God, I'm tired. What time is it now? It's 2:30 in the morning. This. No. Hey, where's the Firefox window? Oh my god. Look at this. You kidding me? Now did you close it? Let's do that. I feel like an idiot right now. Why would I do that? I'll show you what I'm doing in the background here in a minute. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We'll see there, but over here, I was actually training the model. But yeah, I'm not there yet. I actually need to start this again. But the stupid thing won't start up yet. Okay. I gotta just plug in my keyboard up front instead of like holding it back and on. So here we go. I'm just gonna wait for that to do its thing. I already hit the keys, so. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Motherfucker. There we go. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. I'm not so much worried about it finishing right now. But you want to get it started. Yeah, that's gonna start training the model. I'll turn on the server. And we're gonna go ahead and do, where's the development? Not what I meant to do, Nat. programming to this. It's gonna take a second. No, I don't want to be on the Qt widgets designer. Alright, this was intentional. It's VS Code. So what I'm gonna show you. So this is actually our website. I was working on it earlier. Come on, computer. Go ahead and hit open file. Not too worried about anything past that. I'm gonna go ahead and go to home. Projects. Actually, I'm not even dealing with this. We can just do this with. I'm sorry that I'm like so everywhere right now. It's not my intention. Let's do this. That's gonna keep doing what's doing. Open. We'll go home. Projects. Aiden. Alright, if we go through this together. So Aiden is the artificial intelligence dialogue and execution network. This is going to be for Accretion OS, core technical documentation for version 1. So the official privacy friendly intelligent interface for the Accretion OS ecosystem, which is true. What that is basically, think of it like Copilot just without tracking you and wanting to do things to you. Engineer it as a small scale high efficiency model. So like I was talking about, it's going to mainly just be talking about Accretion OS and things you guys need and what you want, and basically the information you would need. Because like if you want, let's say Google searches, you go to Gemini, right? You use the tool that's for the job. Aiden provides real-time interaction and system execution while maintaining a minimal resource footprint. It's going to have a system interface. So, but every time you launch it, you're gonna have to put in your credentials so that, you know, not some random person can take over your system. This is me, that's all. Then you have deployment platform, which is just an online DVPS for us that tells you the CPUs they use. Again, using Arch, but it's using an LTS kernel. Hit escape for that. This is not actually the correct domain. This is actually supposed to be iso.accretionos.org. Oh, it's F11. Okay, cool. What do you mean? Oh, that's right. You little shit. I forgot it was this keyboard that does that. It doesn't like this keyboard for the F11 key on there because it basically sets it up with the wrong key map. I gotta remember. I don't want to install Proxmox. I don't have another keyboard. That's the problem. I'm not willing to get like super creative tonight and take apart a laptop. I could just go out there and take it from the server, but I really don't want to be honest. I may just not have initialized that properly. Or maybe if you thought first. I don't think it is, but I'll do this properly. Because like Proxmox is up at the end of the world. And I was just doing this kind of a side thing while working on this. But yeah, I mean, yeah, what I was gonna do is make it where I train it on that because that has a lot more RAM than our VPSs do. But it's not a huge deal. If you look down here, so now we can correct this. This, we're just gonna do a star because we have multiple now. Interaction model, small scale, LLM optimized for low resource CPU execution. This is, excuse me, I'm so sorry. This is because of low-end machines. I don't mind showing you my IP because it's not going to show you my my public one. It's just going to show me my private. See, that's just a private IP. But this is a low-end machine, and it runs great, huh? That's how well we did with our OS. I mean, it's even 5 gigs, and you saw everything running earlier, so it's pretty insane. And it even had animations and everything. This is my hard drive is booted from, and look, you see how snappy it is. I actually have a package in our personal that Dad needs to copy over tomorrow because he has the SSD for it, and it's called HDD mode. It basically configures the kernel in a bunch of different ways to where it can run great. But yeah, no, this is a 7200 RPM drive, and it feels like an SSD. And it's not just because of animations, I swear. It has to do with the kernel level stuff. If you're gonna be on the low machine, I don't care how much RAM you have, even, to be honest. Use WAP. You're gonna need it. But yeah, there we go. Anyways, yeah, this is because of that. This should be able to run on this machine. Aiden is designed to provide a similar to DeepSeek level utility without the privacy. No, do not turn back on server. Privacy risk associated with large-scale corporate cloud models. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about, you know, Microsoft or Google or whatever company watching what you're doing at the time. I'm probably not going to put any limits on it internally, meaning like if you download the model, you'll be able to do it. I'm not probably going to give an online service for this, but I will like put it up in, let's say, Hugging Face or something, and I'll make it where it downloads during installation if you choose to do so, and I'll configure it. That's what I think I'll do. I don't really want to host it anyway, because I'm not going to, you know, how do I put it? I'm not going to pay for people to do that. Let's just, you know, pass that power bill would add up. I mean, heck, if I go to, let's show you something. Oh, I told you I'd show me my website, and I'm going to show you the accretion site here in a minute. I'll show you why. This is my website. I had fun. There's that. And then we go here. Go to wiki. So here, I just made this site a few minutes ago. So let's say you want to know about Pac-Man. I'm going to look through the Arch wiki. That's where it pulls this information. So I'm going to go in here. What this is actually doing on the back end is it just translated it with AI, is what it did, into an easier way to understand, you know. For instance, so you open a terminal, make your mouse to the bottom left corner, and then it literally gives you like step-by-step instructions on how to use things. It's pretty sick. It's for new people, is what it's for. It's not for your, you know, it's not for your advanced developer, but if you go to the bottom, this is for them, right? It'll take you directly to the article. Pretty sick. I love it. I think it's awesome. It took me about 30 minutes today to get this working. But on the back end, it's actually using an AI to do this part. It does not use just like a standard rewriter. No, the AI actually does this, and then it checks it. The reason why is because, like, one, I wanted it to be right. Two, there's the fact that I thought it would be pretty sick because we can claim that because that's what's happening. I don't know. Maybe I'm just me. Yeah, no, there's the article. You can close it out. You can continue to look for things. I mean, like Intel, right? We'll type in the word Intel. It's going to pull up Intel. Let's say Intel NUC. So, as you'll see here, this is where it gets interesting. The reason it popped up so fast earlier is because I already looked that up earlier. That was cached on my machine. It's going to do that so that we're not using all of their resources every single time we want something, which is not really a huge deal, but you saw how fast it did it. We're actually using an open source, completely publicly hosted, and I really appreciate them on the back end. So, yeah, as you can see here, right, it tells you all about this and how it applies to our operating system. Exactly what it does. And then you can see what you'll need for an Intel NUC. It tells you how to install it, to boot it, install Accretion OS itself. I mean, I'm pretty proud of this whole tool. I'm not going to lie to you. I might even rename it from Wiki to something else. I'm not going to lie. But first login on Cinnamon, it even tells you what to do. I mean, pretty great. quick tweaks. It tells you about those, and then what's next. And again, it'll take you to the article. So the cool thing by doing this too is that means I don't have to maintain an actual wiki. It's so much nicer than what I was going to be doing. Because what I was going to do before the server died, I was having it generate articles every 15 minutes. And it was pulling information from other articles around the internet and then putting it together. And then I had 2 other AIs working with it locally. So you had the article generator, and then you had the checker, and then you had basically their boss that managed them. And that was the way it was going. So yeah, I have no problem with AI as long as it's done the right way. The problem is people will go there just going willy-nilly and they don't know if something's right or not. Which, like, again, that's not their fault. I get that, but it also can also make it look pretty bad if you do that, to be honest. Let's see, you should be working now. Yeah, it's going to tell you it's redirecting. Cool. I know that isn't there very long. I can just show you what it looks like. We'll go into projects. This is the website. It's all public on GitHub. So we're going to do gitlab.html. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to preview it, aren't I? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. My man's so giggly today. I don't know. I'm gonna do that. Give it a second for code to launch. I should have an HTML previewer in here already. We're doing GitLab. Dude, I wish they would rewrite VS Code out of not an Electron. Like, it's the slowest thing in the world. It's literally a browser. You know? Like a mini browser, essentially. Dumb to me. No. Is it any... I don't believe it's any view. But it may be. Let's see. There has to be. It's not what I want. Oh god, I don't. How do I not have an HTML here? I'm so mad. Extensions, come on. I'm so disappointed in myself right now. I know this is the old one, but I don't know. How do I do that? I'm gonna do that one. This is probably HTML5 I want to bet. That's why. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But you want HTML is going to be called HTML10. They did that with grade, and then they went to 50. So I'm going to bet 10 is 50. I see that all the time for whatever reason. I happen to install them. This is chat. This doesn't interact with DeepSeek because they don't have a normal client for it. That's just how it is. Then you go down here. Yeah, no, I'm using their API though. So control. But if you see here, you'll hit here. Open preview. There we go. So this is actually the site. Redirecting to GitHub. We are temporarily on GitHub due to the hardware failure and ongoing VPS migrations, and installation should still work normal. We deeply appreciate our amazing community. Accretion OS is now mirrored in both the US and EU for faster and more reliable downloads. Thank you for your support. You will be redirected automatically. If not, click here. Just a temporary page. Been like, hey, you know. I also made some for Mastodon and our Blue Sky. We used to host our own instance. I'm gonna put it back up. We're just not there yet. 'Cause I love hosting my own instance. You know how sick it is whenever you're federated? Oh yeah. But redirecting Mastodon is similar. Yeah, pretty much the same page, but it just goes to a different site. And then there's pretty much the same thing for Blue Sky. Go up here. This one goes to Mastodon, that's social right now. And then you'll see see, where is bsky.html? Did I never add it? Oopsies. I never did. I'll grab it later. But yeah, no, because we also had a bsky instance. I'm calling it that because there's multiple things called Blue Sky in the world right now, so I'll call it bsky. But yeah, no, I had one too. I really loved it. So yeah, I'm gonna put them back up. It's just I gotta be patient until I'm ready and I'm not stressed out and hurting. You know, I need to update that at some point. And there is this will link you over to the two platforms we have. But this is similar to Discord. Some of the workers basically founded a clone of it. They have the same investors as Discord did in the beginning, so we have to be careful. They may just end up being a Discord 2.0 down the road, but I do like the platform better, to be honest. And it's really good. I did try a Stowed instance for a while. To be honest, the developers are kind of assholes. It's just the truth. I put in a change for them to fix something, and they didn't exactly respond in the best way. I could go to it, but I don't want to, you know, call people out like that. That would be shitty of me. But then you look here. Oh no, it may have expired. The invite. Are you serious? No. Why didn't anybody ever tell me it expired? Desktop. We gotta now go get a new invite and go modify the website. So all we gotta do, cause it was permanent. I swear on God, I made it permanent. Edit invite, right? So I did down here, never. Now there's no max number of uses or roles, right? Undo that. They can have that. Copy button, right? And then all we have to do is go here. We'll go back to the website. And the GitHub. We'll use their built-in editor for this one. They actually have a really cool little web IDE. We'll see. So there's that. I believe they do. No, I don't want a new agent. I mean, I guess. I could just use an agent, but... no, you have to use a premium one. No, I'm not doing that. Let me see. No, I'm not using a CLI. Fine. Screw off. VSCode.dev. This is the online one. I just don't want to open actual VS Code for one change, you know. Open remote repository. There we go. Oh wait, it's gonna make me use SSH. I guess I'm doing this from the command line. Right. Let's do it this way. Or let's do it this way. Code. I'm gonna go open it up and we'll modify it. You know, I used to set it to our discord.accretionalist.org that went to this. I don't know if it still does or not, but I'll have to look here in a second in our co-op player. I'll just have Copilot replace all Discord links with, because I could do it, right? All I have to do is go into index.html, for instance, and then like, right, but there may be more on the site that I just don't remember. Oh, I do have the discord.accretionalist.org put in here. Too late now. It'll just be static. They probably flagged it, to be honest, because of the redirect. That wouldn't surprise me. It is Discord, after all. Just like how they tightened down security pretty heavily on Cloudflare recently. Now you cannot post a token anywhere, including in AI models online, or they will retire the key, and then you have to regenerate one, or an API key. Like I found that out today, because I was working with Copilot, Gemini, and DeepSeek in the terminal working on something, and then I gave it the key and an encrypted file that it had to read from, right? It did its job. wanted to grab the global API key later today. And I'm just like, or later yesterday, and I was like, wait, why is this not working? And then I started seeing errors saying it's no longer valid. And I'm like, oh, come on, really? And I need to go regenerate it. They have this whole process with Cloudflare where you have to go, just to open it, you have to get an email. And then to change it, you have to get an email. I love two-factor, but okay, I'm sorry, but if I'm an attacker, right, and I'm on their computer, does that change anything? Most people don't log out of their accounts on their computers, let's just be honest, and they use web apps and everything else, right? Like, I use web apps. Like, oh my god. It's not that complicated. I don't know what else to say. Really bang around it. Yeah, see, I use web apps. And then, yeah, she says soft Facebook. But, yeah, it's just like, I use web apps, so like, what? I don't understand. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? It's say you're reading all the files now, so I don't have to. No. Just go into index. Cool. The thing I like about Copilot is that I don't pay for their $40 plan. I don't need that for what I'm doing. I pay for their $10 plan a month. Dude, for $10, you're getting a lot. It gives you quite a few, not a ton, but quite a few premium stuff, which allows you to use Copilot within GitHub itself, meaning like the interface with the GH. What it also means you can do it whenever you're working on stuff. Right? I ran out of those tokens within like a day because of the stuff I was working on. It was pretty heavy. Yeah, I really want to get that up tomorrow because there's something called Ion I'm working on. I'm not going to talk about that yet, but yeah, and then as you can see, it just went ahead and did it. So I keep, yeah, no, I mean, what's funny is though is they try to say, oh, you need to pay for more premium token, because like you get as many as the lower tier models, the 0x models that you want whenever you pay the $10. This is freaking sick to me. I'm surprised they can do that, actually. Like, it blows my mind. But yeah. But then you can then pay for something like Gemini, like I do. It's funny. You do run out of stuff eventually with that, but I think it's like 1,500 tokens you get like a day whenever you pay the $20 a month. But for Gemini, it's very good for like artistic work. It's very good for organization. I've found out. And then on today, I paid for DeepSeek by the API. They do not have a subscription service. But if you pay by the API, you can actually look at different models and see the different prices. Like, I've been using DeepSeek Coder. I believe it's 2. Yeah, it's just DeepSeek Coder, and I can show you. I mean, it does mark out some of it, so I'm not too worried about you guys seeing any like numbers or anything. So we can just go to here. Yeah, it blocks out. If it didn't, I wouldn't go here and show you, but see, it blocks it out. We go to billing. See, it's 15. That's how much I put in today. I need to hit usage. Yeah. Okay, I've been using DeepSeek for quite literally, or I was earlier. I used it for about 4 hours, and I used 5 cents, 4 cents. That's crazy. Okay, that's insane to me. Not how many resources that is. Yeah, that's the chat. This is what it uses for the agent. That's what this is. So we get that. They only charge you for what it generates, which is pretty cool. And honestly, I like doing it this way because then I can control how much I need and how much I'm gonna pay, right? $15 per month is not a big deal whenever you're doing a lot of work. especially considering some of these are like 40. And the cool thing in doing it this way too is then I can start putting together different models I want. There's also platforms that allow you to do them separately, right? And then like they'll like essentially function like kind of like a proxy-ish, or they'll take their models, put them on their own servers, and serve them for cheaper prices. Be careful though. Some of those are going to serve your older versions. If you're wanting the latest and greatest, just go to the source. That's why I went directly to them, because this is a really good model, and I'm pretty sure it's a stolen model. That I have a couple of theories. I'm not going to put that on YouTube. But yeah, it's a really good model though. I like it. It works really well. I mean, if we go here to pricing, right, it's actually not too bad. So I'm using this one right here. I'm not too worried. This is what I'm using. This is the expensive one. Or like, yeah, the context is longer, but anyways. So I just don't have a reason to use this yet. We'll get there later. But if you look here, 1 million input tokens, it's less than 1 penny. 1 million input tokens, it is 28 cents. 1 million output tokens is 42 cents. Like, this is extremely cheap. This is obviously what I'm using right now, which is a cash hit, but I'm totally fine with that. I mean, it's literally been doing everything I needed to do. Just fine, you know? So, like, I'm not too worried about it. It actually makes me quite happy that this is the case, you know? Like, because honestly, for doing it by a cash hit, that's crazy. I'm assuming they're doing it that low because of the fact of they don't have to keep regenerating things. They're literally just storing it there. So all they have to do is pay for the network bandwidth. But yeah, like for us, we actually learned recently that VPSs aren't like crazy expensive. We paid like a total like $35, $40 this month for them, I believe. So that's more than acceptable per month for what we make. It should be okay. I don't mind paying for 2 out of our own pocket, but if we go more than 2, we'll need somebody else to host, and we'll probably have to start splitting cost and everything else. Not because like we're broke, but it's more like we can't just eat the cost of everything, you know? We have to have a sustainable, it's not a business, but I guess you can still call it a business model in the sense, because we're not a business, but one day we could become like a non-profit or something, but we're not there yet, you know? So yeah. Oh, yeah, that's all there. Yeah, no, I feel so stupid for that one. If you look here, I'm an idiot. One, there's that. 2, down here. Somebody pointed out to me that I had Pulse Audio in there before. It was supposed to be Pipewire. And they weren't wrong. I was like that. We do not use Pulse Audio. Pulse Audio is ancient. I remember configuring it though. I did enjoy configuring Pulse Audio. That was great. But honestly, the sound daemon is just so bad. I remember years ago when like there was this whole thing and they were like, oh my god, Winnie's audio is so bad. And then we're wrong. Still not the best, but a lot of the audio stuff that is good is proprietary, let's just be honest. They're not going to give that out to open source, and I kind of don't blame them, you know. If you look here, we commented out our Romania mirrors for the time being. This was because of, or this is because we had too much downtime, unfortunately. I wish we could work things out, but we couldn't. I wanted to just have a negotiation with them, but I already gave them a warning, and it was like, I love you, man, but we can't keep having things go down like that. It just doesn't work. You'll see this is ours. This actually points to 2 separate mirrors. One of them being in the US and one being in Europe. It's just one domain pointing at two separate locations. This is OSU OSL over in Oregon. This is in Germany, and that's in France. So we actually have a larger base in the US, but now means we have. So that would be three in Europe and two in the US. I actually should probably contact more here and see if I can get more. Not because I'm trying to be greedy, but more because I want to give me people more options. You know, getting our name out there help people, so that'd be awesome. Yeah, as you see here, though, yeah, dude, the API is so cheap. Like, oh my gosh. So like, yeah. That's the way that they pop-up model. I mean, I love that because then I get like $100 bill or something. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's so predatory. I might kill this. I think I'm probably, yeah, I'm not gonna. On that note, though, I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed. Love you guys. You guys have a good night.